All right, guys, I'm going over my expenses at Harrahs today. This one put a hurting on the budget. Harrahs can be expensive depending on what you do here. I tried to do everything on property. I went to the best restaurant. I had a pool day. I went to the best bars. I ate at the food court, and plus I got the cheapest room available here. I think this is called like a Mountain King or something like that. 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, over a summer weekend. What does that cost? What's it going to cost you if you want to have some fun at Harrahs? Spoiler, it's actually kind of expensive. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start with my biggest expense. This one kind of came out of nowhere, the Harrahs Pool. Now, I had one of my best pool days ever at the Harrahs Pool. I'm not calling the Harrahs Pool good, but I have one of my best pool days. The Harrahs Pool is actually old, ugly, and small. But hey, it's all about the energy and the atmosphere. It's not really about the actual pool. And I had a great day. The music was phenomenal, the crowd was great, and the drinks were really good. I started my day with an easy peachy. That's a champagne and peach puree drink. That got the party started. Then I had an electric blue Hawaiian, not just any blue Hawaiian, an electric blue Hawaiian. Then I had a Mai Tai that was otherworldly. Then I met some friends, and we decided to celebrate our friendship with Don Julio. There were 6 shots of Don Julio, 2 rounds, and then I had a watermelon refresher for dessert. The drinks were around $40 a piece, 33 something with tax, and then I added 20%. So you're looking at 40 bucks a drink here at the Harrahs Pool, and then the 6 shots of Don Julio. They were a little bit more than $20 a piece. That's actually a good price for Don Julio shots. Anyway, out the door for a pretty epic pool day at Harrahs Pool, $306. So we got the big expense out of the way. If you're gonna eat here at Harrahs, you better like fast food or convenient food, because that's what the majority of it here is. They do have a Fulton Street food hall. They got pizza, there's Bobby Flay Burger, there's also a market there. That's where I spent all my time and money, is at this market. Now I'm gonna read these off, and it's gonna seem like a lot. But this is food over 2 days. This is where I ate my first night, and this is where I ate my entire second day. I got a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, a chorizo burrito, a chorizo bagel, a chef salad, and then I got 2 breakfast croissants and another chef salad. So that seems like a lot. It was $99 with tax and tip, but that's all I ate on Friday night, and that's all I ate during the entire day on Saturday. So really, $50 per day to eat, that's actually a pretty good deal. After my long pool day, I definitely needed some hydration. I just walked to the market. I needed some waters immediately. I got this Proud Source water. Comes in an aluminum can. It's from Idaho. It's actually delicious, and it's actually really expensive. 2 of these were $8 a piece. $16 for 2 waters at the market. So my third day was my most epic day. I started with pizza for breakfast, but not just any pizza. This is the Cake Boss pizza guy. He is a legend. He's known for his cakes all over the world, and his pizza, I think, is actually even better than his cake. I had 2 giant New York slices. I had 1 pepperoni, 1 Hawaiian. They were around $8 a piece. Add a little tax, $17 out the door for 2 gigantic, awesome slices of New York pizza. I try to do a little bit of gambling at every hotel. I don't gamble like I used to now. I just try to find the high limit slot room, and on this trip I'm putting $100 into 1 high limit slot machine. I found my favorite machine of all time, the pink diamond slot machine. I've won big on this machine at least a couple times in the past. I was actually feeling lucky, but this trip was a loser. $100 down the drain on high stakes slots. All right, so if you're coming to Harrahs and you want to eat at the best restaurant, you don't have to choose. There's only one, and that is Ruth Chris. Now, Ruth Chris is kind of entry-level, high-end steakhouses. It's a chain. I've eaten at a lot of them over the years, and you typically always get a pretty decent meal. This Ruth Chris is the most beautiful location I've ever been to. In terms of a Ruth Chris, it was elevated on the 2nd level. It overlooked the strip. It had a beautiful layout, floor-to-ceiling windows. It was pretty spectacular. Unfortunately, the meal was not sensational. I had a better meal at the El Paso Ruth Chris Steakhouse. The best dish was probably the shrimp cocktail. That was 26 bucks. Blueberry mojito was $21. The ahi tuna was delicious as well. That was 25. Where things got bad was actually in the steak. I saw a bone-in filet that resembled the size of a softball. It looked beautiful. It was $81. And then I had to try the trio of dipping sauces as well. That was another 13. Unfortunately, the steak just wasn't good, not even close. This meal was more expensive than my meal over at John George's Prime in Bellagio, and that should never happen. I had a couple other things as well. Subtotal was a little over 200. Tax put it up to $225. I tipped another $40 on top of that. Out the door for, unfortunately, a mediocre meal at Ruth Chris, $265. So I'm going to get to the room and the resort fee, any hidden fees, what that's going to cost you over summer weekend. Just 1 second. You're going to want to hear this because I'm going to talk about the bars, okay? Harrahs does have some pretty fun bars. The first bar I went to was Numb, and this was a big deal for me because I've never had one of those large frozen drinks ever in Las Vegas. I see people walking around with them constantly. I've never ever had one after all of my time in Vegas. I finally had my first one at Numb. I think it was like a trio of things. I think she combined a bunch of different ones. I think it was like a strawberry fields, an orange kush or mango kush, and then a naked colada. It actually was pretty delicious. It was $23. I threw on $4 for a tip. $27 for my first ever large frozen drink in Las Vegas. Piano bar is the most happening bar here at Harrahs. That's where you're going to want to go for energy, for the crowd, for lively entertainment. They have dueling pianos every night, and then they have karaoke every night. It has an open air environment, a really fun crowd. I had 2 drinks. I had a Blanca Malibu Mint, and then I had their most popular drink, which is the Big Elvis Blue. Those 2 drinks with tax and tip cost me $38. Carnival Court is another really cool bar here at Harrahs. It's outside. At one time, I am told this was the most popular bar on the entire Las Vegas Strip. I'm sorry to tell you, it doesn't have that glory anymore, but it still was a fun space to go out, listen to some live music, and they had some flair bartenders there. These flair bartenders, they should be like in a circus or in the Olympics, and I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. What these guys do with drinks and the theatrics is pretty unbelievable. I just had 1 drink. I just want to see a little bit of flair bartending. The drink was $17. I tipped another $6 on top of that. Out the door, $23 for 1 drink at Carnival Court. Okay, my last receipt before I get onto the room. I try to do a CVS or Walgreens run during every hotel stay. That way I'm not eating as much, I'm saving monies, and I'm eating a little bit healthier too. I just got a bunch of Fiji waters and some Atkins bars. Got to lay off those carbs as much as possible. My CVS Walgreens run for this trip was $39. All right, let's get down to the crux of this video. What's it going to cost you to stay at Harrahs over a weekend? And I was actually surprised by these rates. I thought they were a little high. Vegas prices are elevating quickly. I don't know if they're ever coming back down to earth. Now, granted, this is a summer weekend. You're going to pay some pretty high rates, but I did not expect them to be this high. Okay, my room. For 3 nights, it was $467.40. On average, it's about $156 a night. Usually they break it out for me what it is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It usually always isn't the same price. Usually the price fluctuates from day to day, but they didn't break it out for me on this one. So 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, $467. But that is just the base room rate. Of course, you have taxes on top of that. Taxes for this stay for 3 nights, $78.57. And then, of course, you have the resort fee, what I like to call the extort fee. The resort fee here was $39.95. We'll call it $40. $120 for 3 nights of resort fees. So my base room rate for the night was $156, but when I add in the taxes and the resort fee, this is where things get expensive. With all the fees and taxes, my average per night for Harrahs over a weekend during the summer was $222. $222 a night for Harrahs. That just seems absurd. So what is my grand total? 3 nights at Harrahs. You want to go to the best restaurant. You want to have a fun pool day, a little bit of gambling. You eat at the food court. You want to have a few drinks at some of the best bars. What's it going to cost you over a summer weekend? It cost me a lot. It cost me a lot more than the Golden Nugget. $1,595.66. So pretty much $1,600 for 3 nights at Harrahs. You know, that's over $500 a night when everything is all combined. If I wanted to have more of a budget trip, I definitely could have laid off on the pool day. You know, that would have saved me around $250 if I just would have had maybe a drink or 2. And of course, Ruth Chris, that was $265. If I would have chose to go budget that night, I could have saved another couple $100. But I want to check out these places for you guys. I want to let you know what everything is like. That's why I do that. I definitely had fun on this trip. I had more fun than I ever thought I would have, but it definitely came at a price. And that price came at $1,600.